Yeah, hello guys. In this video, we are going to create the REST API using the Spring Boot framework. What we did in last video, let's see. In last video, we create the one Maven project, and we saw that this is the main class, and we create the one model class which name is student, and we create the some fields, and with the help of Lombok, we use that component add data all args no constructor deconstruct for the disconstructor we use the no args entity is used to create the table inside the database which name is student. Okay, and we create the some fields. Okay, here we use the add the rate id component for to create the primary key as a roll number will be the primary key in a table. Okay, now let's start to create the REST API. How we are going to create? So that REST API is a one type of service that we are going to provide to the client. So how to create that service? Now let's start. Okay, for that we have to create the one interface class. Okay, interface we have to create for the service. Let's see, right click here and click new, click interface. Okay, what name we are going to give anything service I'm going to give. You can give the student service and okay, student service, let's find uh, student service, student student service. Done. And I want to change the package service. Okay, service, this one will be fine. Okay, I gave here comma, it should be dot. Okay, done. Okay, now let's create finish. Here you can see that it create the different package with a different interface class. If I will refresh, so it will show in proper manner. Refresh, yeah. So here I can see that student service, I create that interface. In the interface class of student service, we are going to create the different kind of service. That means which REST API you want to use in your project. So you have to write here. I am going to write approx 5 API we are going to write in this video. So let's see. Okay, public, we have to give the name of the table name student and add details, that this is the method name. Okay, student and std object. Okay, just implement this student, control space. See, while importing the any name or any package, so be careful. If you import the different package, so it will create the problem. So code with money dot model. Okay, this one I want. Okay, fine. See, student means which table we are going to use. So we are here, this is the add details we are going, this is the this method name. You can give anything, add details, add student details. Okay, you can give anything, just I give the name add details. Okay, and this is the student table name, and this is the object. Okay, this is the one service. Second service I want, suppose after adding the after adding the 5-10 details of students, I want to see the details of all student details. So for that I have to write a different service, public. I want, for that I have to get the list. That means suppose you have the 10 student details, that means you have the list of 10 students. I want to see that student and get get all details, of students. Give any name, this is just a method name. You can give anything according to your choice. So all details I want, so I'm not passing any parameter. See, this is the list I have to import, control space list java.util. Okay, done, fine. This is the second service. And third service I want, suppose I want to see the details of a student by using id. That means id is just no roll number of that student. Okay, suppose roll number is 5, I want to see the details of roll number 5, 6, 10. Okay, particular student you want to see. So for that I'm going to write service public student 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 and get student details by id, anything name you can give. I'm giving name like that, so while writing the name of method you can understand so for what purpose we wrote this uh, service. Okay, so int id roll number whatever you want to give. See why I wrote int, because I took here integer. If I took here long uid, we will create a, we will in another project we will see how to, or in another video we will tell how to use uid at the automatic generator primary key, different things we will see, but this is for the normal purpose we are just creating. Okay, now then, now I want to edit. Suppose you want to edit the details of students, so for that I want to write the public student edit student details. If I want to edit the students, student 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 ID, anything. Okay, fine. And I want to delete the, suppose you add some details of students. So roll number 5 I don't want, so just delete. So for that you have to write a delete service. So public string, not student. Here I have to take string delete student, anything. Okay, int id, using id sid whatever you want to give. Okay, done. I create one service, two service, three service, four service, five services done. Okay, and now I want to implement this service. That means I wrote just that I want this five service, so you have to write each line of code for the each service. So for that we have to create the implementation class. Okay, now create write, and it should be a class, not interface. Service implementation, service implementation, you can give student service implementation, service implement, this is the name of class. So I wrote a student. So we should give name like that. After reading just one keyword, anyone can understand that this class we wrote for the that purpose. So okay, so implementation, service implementation, we can give any name. Okay, finish. Yeah, after that what we have to do here, here we have to implement the service, implement that service, implements. Okay, implement the this student service, student student, yeah, this one service. Now click here, no need to click, just go with arrow and add an implement method. See here you can see, uh, here you can see all service we implemented here. Student add details, get all details, get student details by id, edit student details, delete student. Okay, we can see this all five service. We can, now we are going to implement this service. Okay, okay, we will write the code for this service implementation later. Firstly let's create the controller. Just refresh it, so it will show in the proper manner. Yeah, this one service implementation is here. Okay, fine. Now I want to create a controller. Okay, that is the very important class, because through the controller we are going to use these apis. Click class student controller, controller. Okay, change the package, controller. Package name should be in a small letter. Okay, and class interface should be started from the capital letter. Finish. Yeah, done. Yeah, this is the controller. because from the controller we are going to call the different kinds of implementation. For that, here we have to, what we have to do, here we have to declare this is the rest controller, uh, at the rate rest controller. After using this component rest controller, project will know this is the controller class. From here we are going to hit the different kinds of API. Okay, fine. Okay, now let's create, for that, see, from the controller we are going to call the this student service implementation class, because we are going to implement the code inside the implementation class. So whenever you will hit the controller, okay, whenever you will hit the controller, you will call the service implementation, because all code are written is here. So we have to connect this both class. This is called dependency injection. So for that we have to create the object here, control this, copy, control C in controller, control B, paste, and now create object for this service implementation. This is object for that class. Click here, control space. Yeah, this one I want to implement first one. Yeah, see, because now controller is dependent on the service implementation, because it will call that, it will hit the API, okay, with the help of controller. But when you will hit that API, so it will call the code where it's written this service. So for that we have to use that implementation method, we have to create an object. That object is used to call that method. Okay, now let's see how we will call. So for that, after that we have to create the constructor for this object. For that, right click, source, and constructor, generate. We are not going to use auto-word, okay, and this is the perfect good practice to use object here. Okay, now let's create the API, public res uh, uh, response entity, okay, question mark, and post API we are going to create. That means we are going to add the details. Okay, add the rate post mapping, post mapping. We are going to add the details, add student details, student details. Okay, fine. Here we are going to take the request body, request re qest request body. Okay, done. And which body we are going to take? Student, because we are going to fill the details inside the student table. Okay, std object, we have to import this model class. Okay, fine, good. Okay, now create the response entity. Response entity is used to response the API. Response entity, this one I want to use. Response is equal to null, is equal to null. Fine. Yeah, now response is equal to new response entity. Delete this. Here we are going to use this object. This object will call now that method from this API to see. After clicking dot, it's telling that which service implementation method you want to call. I want to call this first one, add details. Okay, after that I have to write http status dot okay. That means why I wrote https status dot okay, return response. Let me tell you. Okay, I wrote here. Okay, so error. Why? Okay, this one. When if your API is correct, that means everything is running fine, so it will give you the 200. 200 means successfully it's run. If it is showing any error, so it will show you the 500, that means server error. So for that we wrote the http status dot okay. Okay, fine. So you can see that with the help of this object we are calling this method which are written in the implementation class. Okay, this API will hit and call that method. So okay, so we will call that method. uh, let's see, control here, click here. Now you came to this method directly. So here what we have to do, here we have to write the code how to implement the student details. See, in server, when client will enter the details of students in a JSON form, so it will get that data and it will store using this code. Okay, now let's see how we can store. So for that what we have to do, we have to check if. Okay, if here see, here what we have to do, we have to connect with the database because we are going to store in database table. Table name is student. Okay, so we have to connect with the repository class because repository directly connected with the student table. So I have to connect with the repository class. This one is repository class. Control C, go to the implementation, control V, and give the object name. Object name, and you can give anything. At the rate AutoWord, or you can give the constructor also. Both are fine, but that one is good. Constructor will be good. I will show you with that also, and AutoWord also. In controller, I wrote the uh, constructor. Here I am using the AutoWord, so no problem. After the video, I will show you that how to create the constructor also. Okay, so now let's start. Here we have to put the some condition if repo. Okay, repo, uh, here I have to check exist by id. Suppose I want to check uh, this id is exist or not. Exist by id is what? std dot get roll number. That means is uh, is not here inside dot is empty. Okay, no, dot is empty. Okay, here what it's doing, repository class is using the access by id and std means when you will fill the details, so it will come inside this std object. So that time you will get the roll number. So object will check that if this roll number is already exist. Okay, so no need to add. Okay, uh, so for that what we have to do, we have to throw the exception. Throw new exception, student already exist exception. Okay, this is the customization exception. That means you are creating your own exception. Okay, you can give any name. That means student already already exist. Okay, that means uh, which student details you are trying to add, that one is already added inside the database, so it will throw this exception that no need to add. You can add the another student details. This details already exist in database. So then click here, arrow. Okay, click here, and click here student arrow already existing exception. See, we declare the this exception, but we didn't uh, we didn't explain this exception. For that we have to create the another class and another package for this exception. For exception we are going to create different package, exception packet, exception packet. Okay, package we created and finish. Here you can see that it creates the different package, and for the student already exists exception. Here I have to click right source and here superclass generate. Now we mention this exception student already exists. Okay, save it, go to the service implementation. Now click here add throw declaration. Okay, now click here and add exception this. Now student already exist exception is also we throws on the this service. Okay, control s, fine. See, now else what have we have to do, else return, else return repo dot save. Okay, what we have to save, std, this student return none, non. Okay, click here control s, done. See what it will do, repo exists by id if this id is already exist. Okay, std get of roll number, if this student details already exist, so it will throw this exception, otherwise it will save in database. Okay, okay, fine. Now create the another uh, here click here add throw declaration. Okay, exception is mentioned here also. Now I'm going to create the another API. Which API I'm going to create, which name will be get all details. Okay, so I have to write code it again, so it will take time. Copy and paste here, so it will take less time. I will just change the method name here, get mapping at the rate get mapping. Okay, here I have to change the get student get get all student. I change the http url also. Here change name. See, if I will write from the sketch now it will take a lot of time, so I just copy and paste. You can see to get the old details no need to write no need to pass the any parameters, because we are going to get all details here. Click delete this, I don't want this method, I want different method. I want all details, get all details, this one. Okay, then see easily I wrote the second API to get the all details. Click here. Now you reach to this implementation, and here you have to implement the code. How we are going to write this code, let's see. See, using this service implementation, we are going to call the all details of students. That means list of students. We want the student as the students. Okay, as the all. This is just object name. You can give anything. It's equal to repo dot find all. Find all. Yeah. Okay. Find all. Okay. Find all is a predefined method. Okay, we didn't create this method, we are using this predefined method. Okay, if you want to see the details of find all, so controls click here, so you will reach here and you can see the details of find all. No need to waste time, you can see a letter. Okay, fine. After that what I have to do, I will get the all details and I have to return this all details. For that I have to put some conditions. If st all is empty. That means suppose we are going to get the details of a student. If there is not exist student details, in database this is empty database. So what it will do, it will throw the exception, throw new student not found exception, student not found exception. You can type anything. This is the customization exception, student not found exception. Okay, now I already told how to create the exception. Not found, anything you can write. Not found. Okay, then click here and create the class should be in exception package. We already created the separate package for the exceptions. So click and, and right click and source this, generate, done. Good. Control S, student service here, control S, and else. See, if it is empty, so it will throw this exception not found. Okay, if that data is there, so what you have to do, just don't do anything, just return that value. Return return st all. Fine. Click here, add throw declaration, and click here. No need to click, just put arrow. Okay, then control s, fine, good. Okay, it is done. Now click here, controller, and click here, add throw declaration. That is done also. That means two API done. uh, Add details and get all details. Now I want to write one more API, get details student by ID. Okay, but it's be, so if I will write this API also, so video will be long. So get by ID and edit and delete, we will write this API in another video. So okay, now let's run it and check it's running or not, this both API. If it is running successfully, so in next video we will write this another 3 API. Let's check. Firstly check this 2 API. In next video we will write another 3 API. Okay, we will check the details also in database. Okay, we are facing this error. What this error? Could not found, that could not found. I didn't expect this thing, but no problem. Let's click on controller and check. Click, yeah, we are in controller itself. Service implementation, rest controller, this thing done. What I did wrong? mm, Display condition report debug enable, constructor in a zero parameter. Okay, delete this for a minute, save it, run it. Mm, let's see what will happen. Okay, we wrote this two API, it took lots of time, so we have to finish this and we will create another API in another video. Let it be run. 8095 is the server port number. It should be run. Yeah, it's running 8095. Okay, fine. Let's check here in different localhost 8095 localhost 8095 swagger-ui.html. Fine, good. See, these two both API is visible, but it's working or not. Let's check first. Try it out. Okay, name, anything give. Don't we have time that much? One city class. click here execute. Yeah, it's saying 500 error. Okay, good. This error will teach us if we run successfully normally, so we will not learn anything. To learn anything we should know what error we are doing. Okay, here I delete the parameter which I did wrong. I should write here storage constructor. Now I found that what I did wrong. Okay, good. Control S, go in service implementation. Here I forget to write the @service component. That how we will know that this is service. What I did wrong. Fine. Control S. Stop it. Run it again. Good, good. Because if you will miss anything, so you have to face the error. See, I forgot one component. Now I face the error. So you can also face. So don't miss anything. Let's see. Okay, fine, good. Running. Go here. This is 500 error we are facing. Now click here again. Yeah, yes, yeah, good. Now it is working. Now fill this one more data. So we can check the another API also. Two, okay, two also. Good. This API is working perfect. Now we are going to check another API. This is get all details. Click. See, we get the all two details. Fine. Very good. Okay, thank you guys for watching this video. In next video we are going to create the another three API. Okay, and don't forget to subscribe this YouTube channel. If you have any problem, write in comment box. Thank you guys for watching this video.